Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to Let's Talk Theory, the show where we analyze some ideas and hypotheses around our favorite subjects. I'm your host evlve, and today prepare yourself for hero time because we're traveling to the Ben 10 multiverse. Ben 10 is a show about a kid who finds a watch, the Omnitrix, that has the power to turn the wielder into any species into the known universe. As long as the species has a DNA different enough from the wielder and roughly the same level of sentience. That until Ultimate Alien, the third series in the main timeline, where Ben replaces the Omnitrix with the Ultimatrix, roughly the same machine, but it has the power to making the alien evolve into their ultimate combat form. But from all the aliens presented in the show, only a handful of them had their ultimate form presented. That is why today I'm using the law of natural selection and the canon of the show to myself design ultimate aliens for the original 10. At least 8 of the original 10, since Wildmutt and Grey Matter already had their ultimate form presented in the show. But I said 10 ultimates, and 10 ultimates I shall deliver. Alright, so now that this is out of the way, let's talk theory! First of all, how does the ultimate form works? The Ultimatrix takes the DNA sample of an alien and puts it in a war simulation for 1,000,000 years or so, thus resulting into the ultimate alien coming out of this evolutionary timeline being more combat-centered and made to survive a war scenario. Thus, it gains some power and it may lose some power too if nature deems said power useless to its survival. And no, that doesn't mean that if you go to war, your son will mutate to have Gatling guns in their knuckles. I'm looking at you, Ultimate Humongosaur! That was totally gratuitous. I really appreciate you, Ultimate Humongosaur. But for an example of how it works, Swampfire is a Metanosion, so its ultimate form has evolved to be able to survive a war, especially against other Metanosians. And that's pretty much how natural selection and evolution works in the real world. Each generation is supposed to be told by nature to be able to survive what the previous generation couldn't. Obviously, once again, your children won't get superpowers because your life is hard, but that's fiction versus reality. So without further ado, let's move on to our first ultimate, the Pyronite species. Heat Blast is a Pyronite. He has the power to absorb, manipulate, and redirect fire, and he can also terramorph the ground to create a meteor glider. So this is his ultimate form.
Ultimate Heat Blast.
Just like regular Heat Blast, he can terramorph the earth and manipulate fire, but I decided to extend his power to lava and magma. He can now melt truck and absorb them to become bigger and more powerful, or plain out just manipulate lava. Next up to one of our favorite alien, and probably my favorite from the original 10, Accelerate. Kinecelerants are a species of dinosaur-like speedster who can run faster than the eye can see. But if they have one fatal flaw, it's their lack of range combat. So let's fix that. This is
Ultimate Accelerate.
Obviously, he is faster than his regular counterpart, fast enough to enter hyperspace and tear through the fabric of time and space. But his main power is his ability to manipulate kinetic energy to weaponize it. So when he is running, he can shoot energy blasts. Yep, I ripped off the Flash and Cyclops. What are you gonna do about it? Next we have our Galvanic Mechamorph, Upgrade. As a Galvanic Mechamorph, Upgrade possesses the power to enter machines even if they're not electric and upgrade them with all sorts of new mechanics, tools, gadgets, and weapons. So for his ultimate form, I just decided to crank that up to 11. This gives us Ultimate Upgrade. He can now possess machines telepathically and create all sorts of weapons and tools from his body rather than having to merge with something. He is made of liquid metal, nearly indestructible, and he is much bigger than his original counterpart, essentially turning Upgrade into a walking tank. Turning on to 10 years old Ben go-to alien when it comes to brawling, Forearms. Forearm is a very challenging alien to turn ultimate. As a Tetraman, he's already relying on strength and combat since it's part of its culture, and he doesn't possess any major flaw that we can fix through evolution. So we're just gonna go full feral on this one. This is
Ultimate forearms!
The intelligence of an evolved Tetraman in the body of a feral one. He has razor-sharp claws, steel strong horns, and his tough skin is covered in retractable spike, a bit like Arjet and Pierce in the Ultimate Alien era of the show. And now down the light, hide beneath your covers because we're entering the realm of the ectoneurite. Ghost Freak is essentially what the name sells you, a ghost. But in addition to that, he has some tentacles beneath his skin that he is able to weaponize. But if ectoneurite have one fatal flaw when we compare them to the other alien in the watch, it's their lack of physical offense. So without further ado, this is
Ultimate Ghost Freak.
Now he has even more tentacle, he is bigger and has a 360 vision. He can also shoot beams of ecto energy, capable of hitting even intangible targets. This gives us the best hybrid between Cthulhu and Danny Phantom in history. But after the ghost round, it's time to dive into the abyss and meet our favorite Kraken-like pal, Ripjaw. As a Piscis Volan, Ripjaw is an incredible foe and predator underneath water. His main power is his jaw that can tear virtually anything apart. I won't make you wait any longer, this is
Ultimate Ripjaws.
He has a rock-hard shell, capable of resisting the bite of other Piscis Volan, can swim fast, but his main power is his bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is a phenomenon where a living species can emit light. So in the case of Ultimate Ripjaw, he can emit a light so strong that he can blind his opponent, even going as far as to create ocular damage if the receiver already has the ability to see in the dark. Next up we have Stinkfly, probably my least favorite of the original 10. He is a Lepidopteran, a fly-like alien that has the power to fly, sting, and secrete some goo. So to evolve him into his ultimate form, I just created the perfect predator. This is
Ultimate Stinkfly.
the merging of a fly and a spider. He is stronger, has a better field of view, is well protected behind his exoskull, and has the ability of turning his goo into a spiderweb-like substance. And we'll finish the original 10 with perhaps the greatest challenge I personally had to overcome, Ultimate Diamond Head. As a Petrosapien, he has the ability of generating and summoning crystal, regenerates, and has crystal-like hard skin. And it was hard to design his ultimate form because I am a proud follower of the theory that says that Chromostone, the alien from Alien Force, would technically be Diamond Z ultimate form. Theory supported by OR Ash from the YouTube channel The Ink Tank, who greatly served as an inspiration for this video. So I just decided to take the main trait of both and merge Diamond Head and Chromostone for the final result. This is
Ultimate Diamond Head.
I extended his power over crystal to rock, pure metal, and pretty much everything mineral. He is also covered in rock hard enough to tank the shot of other Petrosapiens, and he has the ability of Chromostone of absorbing and redirecting light-based attacks. So that's it, that's every original alien into their ultimate form. But I couldn't stop at hate, so I designed 2 more ultimate aliens. And since we talked a lot about Chromostone and because he is my favorite alien, we'll start with him. Chromostone is essentially the ultimate Petrosapien. He has the power to absorb and redirect light-based attack and can essentially resurrect the entirety of the Petrosapien race. And that's where I decided to put my focus and effort for this design. This is
Ultimate Chromostone.
He now has the ability of a Petrosapien of manipulating crystal. He can summon crystal tower and weaponize them like they were a turret shooting light beams and crystal shards. This ability can be used from his crystal construction or from his own body. But also I decided to extend his control over light to lightning generation, essentially making him a force to be reckoned with both on the ground and in the air. And finally there is one alien. One that struck the curiosity of every Ben 10 fan since his first appearance at the end of the first season of Alien Force. I mean, of course, Alien X. As a celestial sapien, it seems impossible to evolve Alien X further. He essentially already have complete control over matter, space, and time. He even recreated the universe atom by atom. But Dwayne McDuffie himself, the man responsible for the Ultimate Alien Force era of the show, stated that no, Alien X was not the most powerful being in the Omnitrix. And if he's not the most powerful being, it means that there is more powerful than him. And if there is more powerful than him, it means that he can become more powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself because this is
Ultimate Alien X.
essentially a god, complete control over time, space, and reality on a multiversal level. He himself is powered by a multiverse constantly evolving within him and is essentially as close as you can get to true omnipotence. So there you go, guys. My question for you today is, who is your favorite Ben 10 alien and why? And if you want to see more of my Ben 10 fan art, my link to my Instagram is down below in the description. Don't forget to like the video, put a comment on, subscribe while you're there, don't forget to activate the bell if you want to be notified when a new video comes up, then share this video with all your friends, and as always, thanks for watching.